Hi, this is Vonda Matthews, a policy analyst at the Department of Justice COPS Office.
Hello, my name is Melissa Harrington, and I am a lead grant program specialist with the Department of Justice COPS Office.
We're here to welcome you to the U.S. Department of Justice COPS Office Community-Oriented Policing Services pre-application information session for fiscal year 2019. The COPS Office plans to fund the following programs: the Community Policing Development Program, the COPS Hiring Program, the COPS Anti-Methamphetamine Program, the Anti-Heroin Task Force Program, School Violence Prevention Program, the Coordinated Tribal Assistance Solicitation, and the Law Enforcement Mental Health and Wellness Program. This session will provide a general overview of the COPS Office and our major programs. We will discuss who is eligible, what is new this year versus last year, the steps of submitting an application, how to prepare to apply, including how you can prepare in getting your DUNS, SAM, ORI, grants.gov, and AOR accounts and information in order, tips for improving your odds for the application to be successful, and finally, we will provide points of contacts and additional resources. This webinar is intended to provide a brief overview. Once the solicitation opens, we recommend that you review all of the COPS Office materials, including the application guides, on the COPS website at www.cops.usdoj.gov. That's www.cops.usdoj.gov. The COPS Office is a component of the Department of Justice dedicated to supporting law enforcement. Community policing is a field-driven approach for building relationships to solve local problems. It brings together community engagement, proactive problem solving, and the organizational change to facilitate comprehensive strategies. When police and communities collaborate, they more effectively prevent crime, making the community safer. The COPS Office supports state, local, territorial, and tribal law enforcement in three ways: through funding, training, and technical assistance. We should note all awards are subject to the availability of appropriated funds. The Community Policing Development Funds are used to develop the capacity of law enforcement to implement community policing strategies by providing guidance on promising practices, the development and testing of innovative strategies, building knowledge about effective practices and outcomes, and supporting the new, creative approaches to preventing crime and promoting safe communities. The field-initiated law enforcement micro-grant topic area in the 2018 CPD solicitation has been placed on hold due to the issuance of a nationwide injunction by the U.S. District Court on April 12, 2018, regarding immigration factors that were included in the 2018 CPD solicitation. The Department has appealed this decision. The field-initiated law enforcement micro-grant topic area in CPD will remain on hold until further notice. This is a new solicitation this year authorized under the Law Enforcement Mental Health and Wellness Act. Funds for this program will be used for developing and delivery of comprehensive peer mentoring training and support programs, advancing one or more of the recommendations in the Law Enforcement Mental Health and Wellness Act, and creating and enhancing agency peer mentoring programs.
The COPS Hiring Program, CHIP, provides funding directly to law enforcement agencies to hire or rehire career law enforcement officers in an effort to increase their community policing capacity and crime prevention efforts. A CHIP award will cover up to 75% of the approved entry-level salary and fringe benefits of each newly hired or rehired full-time sworn career law enforcement officers over the 3-year, 36-month award period, with a minimum 25% local cash match requirement and a maximum federal share of $125,000 per officer position. Funding under this program may be used to hire new officers and/or rehire officers laid off by any jurisdiction as a result of state, local, or Bureau of Indian Affairs BIA budget reductions. All local, state, and tribal law enforcement agencies with primary law enforcement authority are eligible to apply under CHIP. The opening of the COPS Hiring Program grant solicitation is on hold due to the issuance of a nationwide injunction by a U.S. District Court on April 12, 2018, regarding immigration factors that were included in the 2017 CHIP solicitation, The department has appealed this decision. CHIP will remain on hold until further notice. The COPS Anti-Methamphetamine Program, CAMP, is designed to advance public safety by providing funds to investigate illicit activities related to the manufacture and distribution of meth. Applicants must submit a budget request, no less than $1 million. Funding is to state law enforcement agencies with high seizures of precursor chemicals, finished meth, laboratories, and laboratory dump seizures for the purpose of locating or investigating illicit activities such as precursor division, labs, or meth traffickers. CAMP focuses on advancing public safety by providing funds to investigate illicit activities related to the manufacture and distribution of meth. Only state law enforcement agencies authorized by law or by a state agency are eligible to apply. The COPS Office Anti-Heroin Task Force program is designed to advance public safety by providing funds to investigate illicit activities related to the distribution of heroin or unlawful distribution of prescription opioids, or to unlawful heroin and prescription opioid traffickers through statewide collaboration. Funding is to state law enforcement agencies in states with high per capita rates of primary treatment admissions for heroin and other opioids. For the purposes of locating or investigating illicit activities through statewide collaboration relating to the distribution of heroin, fentanyl, or carfentanil, or related to the unlawful distribution of prescription opioids. Only state law enforcement agencies authorized by law or by a state agency to engage in or supervise anti-heroin investigative activities are eligible. The COPS Office STOP, School Violence Prevention Program, SVPP, is a competitive award program designed to provide funding to improve security at schools and on school grounds in the jurisdiction of the grantee through evidence-based school safety programs. Each award is 2 years, 24 months in duration. Each award recipient may receive a maximum federal share of $500,000. Agencies are required to contribute a local cash match of at least 25% toward the total cost of the approved award project during the award period. SVPP funding is available under the following purpose areas: coordination with local law enforcement, training for local law enforcement officers to prevent school violence against others and self, placement and use of metal detectors, locks, lighting, and other deterrent measures, acquisition and installation of technology for expedited notification of local law enforcement during an emergency, and any other measure that in determination of the COPS director may provide a significant improvement in safety. SVPP provides funding directly to states, units of local government, and/or Indian tribes. In addition to the aforementioned programs, the COPS Office also provides funding through the Coordinated Tribal Assistance Solicitation under Purpose Area Number 1, Public Safety and Community Policing. Purpose Area Number 1 is designed to expand the implementation of community policing and meet the most serious needs of law enforcement in tribal nations through a broadened, comprehensive program. CTAS Purpose Area 1 funding supports a broad range of costs, such as hiring of full-time career law enforcement officers, including village public safety officers, to equipment, to technology, and training needs. It is a 3-year, 36-month award period and no required local match. What's new this year? Please visit the grants page on the COPS Office website, which is www.cops.usdoj.gov, to see the open solicitations. The COPS Office grant page has revised web pages about the COPS Office solicitations. Every year there are changes. Please check out Solicitations to see if there are new areas that you might be interested in. We encourage you to read the topic descriptions. Include your DUNS registered name. Note, this may be different than your organization's legal name. Regulations 2 CFR 200.210 require that your organization's name on your award must match your organization's registered name with DUNS. Therefore, the COPS Office requires that all applicants must provide their DUNS registered name in their application. If awarded, your DUNS registered name will appear on the award document, even if it is different from your organization's legal name. Please note, as of June 20th, 2018, the simplified acquisition threshold increased to $250,000, which will impact sole source and budget modification requests. All sole source procurement of goods and services, those not awarded competitively in excess of $250,000, will require prior approval from the COPS Office. Your successful submission of any of our COPS Office program applications requires you to work in two separate federal systems, grants.gov and the COPS Office online application system. The first step is to complete an SF-424 in grants.gov. After submitting the SF-424 on grants.gov, applicants will receive an email from the COPS Office with instructions to complete the second part of the COPS Office program application through the COPS Office online application system. You will receive a link within the email from our office that will direct you to the COPS Office online application system once you do submit that SF-424. If you have completed the grants.gov portion but have not received the confirmation and invitation to the COPS Office online application system within 24 hours, please contact the COPS Response Center at 1-800-421-6770. Some additional submission tips we have learned from past applicants are: for optimum performance, please use browsers that are Internet Explorer 11 or newer. To ensure the compatibility, select Compatibility in the Internet window. You must use the systems we have described. Reasonable accommodations can be made. Please contact the COPS Office to coordinate. But please note, the COPS Office will not accept applications submitted via mail, email, fax, or paper copies. If you have questions about any of the programs, please don't hesitate to email askcopsrc@usdoj.gov or call the Response Center at 1-800-421-6770. Again, the email address is askcopsrc@usdoj.gov. Preparing to apply for a COPS application. You would need several critical identification numbers for active accounts to apply for all COPS Office awards. Because registering or even renewing your accounts may take some time, we encourage you to please start this process now. You can get started even before a solicitation opens. The first step, a DUNS number is required to submit an application. You should apply for or verify that you have a Data Universal Numbering System, DUNS number. You cannot complete any of the next steps without it. It can take up to 2 business days to obtain your number. If you need assistance, please call Dun & Bradstreet at 1-866-705-5711, or you can visit their website at www.dnb.com. The next key identifier you need to register or renew is your System for Award Management, SAM, database number. Again, you must have a DUNS number to submit a SAM registration. You will have to renew your SAM registration once a year. SAM registration sometimes experiences backlogs, and renewals can take 10 business days or longer to complete. If registering for the first time and you do not have an EIN, the process can take up to 5 weeks. If you need additional information on registering or renewing, visit www.sam.gov. Note that the person registering with SAM will be the designated e-business point of contact, who can designate the individuals with permissions to submit applications for your organization as your authorized organization representatives. The next number you will need to secure is the Originating Agency Identifier, or ORI. All COPS office applicants are required to have a valid ORI number. The ORI number is assigned by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, and is your agency's unique identifier. If you do not currently have an ORI number, submit a request for one at //ORI/REQUEST or through the COPS Office Response Center at 1-800-421-6770. Requests for an ORI number are processed within 2 to 3 business days. A note on funding availability. Please note one important note regarding funding availability. Awards are always subject to the availability of appropriated funds. We encourage you to do these tips for success. Start early. You are strongly encouraged not to wait to begin the application process. In addition to developing your proposal, there are a number of requirements for submitting an application that we've already reviewed. Waiting until the application deadline date may result in your inability to submit a successful application, so we encourage you to start early. Please read and follow the instructions in the application guide. Please use the program-specific checklist, which lists the steps required to successfully complete a COPS office application. Incomplete applications will not be reviewed.
More tips for success. We recommend that your narrative section should be clear and concise, address all relevant sections and questions, respond to the solicitation, describe how the project will advance community policing strategies as it relates to the solicitation. Ensure budget narrative is consistent with budget worksheets. Failure to provide a project or budget narrative will eliminate the application from consideration. Current recipients, you want to make sure that you are compliant with all current awards. That means being caught up on your progress reports, your financial status reports, and if you had past audit or site visit issues, be sure you successfully resolve them. Please pay attention to budget instructions, including unallowable costs. The inclusion of excessive amounts of unallowable costs may prevent your application from being considered for funding. Please do not hesitate to contact the COPS office if you have any questions. You're always able to reach us through the COPS Office Response Center at 1-800-421-6770. Again, you're strongly encouraged not to wait until the application deadline to begin the process. Please visit the COPS Office Grants page for the exact time and date for each application deadline. Please note, applications received after the deadline will not be considered. The COPS Office provides additional resources. We encourage you to visit the COPS Office grant page at https://cops.usdoj.gov/grants. That's again https:// COPS period USDOJ period gov/GRANTS. We also encourage you to look at the actual manual, which is at, let me spell this out, is https://portal period COPS period USDOJ period gov/GRANTS HELP/CONTENTS/USERGUIDE period PDF. An additional resource is also available called the DOJ Financial Guide for general guidance. And that can be found at, let me spell it out for you, https://OJP period gov/financialguide/DOJ/INDEX period HTM. Here are some additional contacts to help you along your process. The COPS Office Response Center is 1-800-421-6770 or askcopsrc@usdoj.gov. To spell that out, it's askcopsrc@usdoj.gov. The grants.gov customer service hotline is 1-800-518-4726 or support@grants.gov. That's SUPPORT@grants.gov. Again, we thank you so much for joining us today on our webinar. We hope you found it helpful. For more information about the COPS Office and its resources, please visit www.cops.usdoj.gov. Spelled out, that's www.cops.usdoj.gov. Thank you.